the bat, we have some really pleasing visuals. The light rays flowing down from the hole, the pixel perfect details on the holes, and the little red specks floating around everywhere. Frisk has some pebbles around her, selling the fact that she tripped into the underground. And the fact that she's gonna fall on her back further sells to bid. And before any of you guys say anything in the comments, look at this image to know why I'm referring to Frisk as a female. I love how the opening credits are in Papyrus and Comic Sans font. Also, EnchantedMob and Tryhard Ninja are always wins. This is just too visually pleasing. The way the flowers all disperse when Frisk lands in them is probably one of the best animations Seth has ever done. Finally, the way the title emerges from the flower is definitely something unique, and it worked out incredibly well. This little grass circle isn't a perfect circle. Also, I love the texturing of the grass with little specks of yellow on it. The TV glitch does an excellent job of saying the fact that Car has already possessed Frisk.
Welcome you, underground with open arms you knew.
Remember guys, Seth is 17 years old, and he perfectly animated the Sans rig down to the minuscule details like the fingers and head motions. I love Frisk's wavy hair. They are in a forest, so it's probably gonna get a little windy. When Sans exits the shadows, it's just a perfect representation of how trusting he is of Frisk.
All this time.
This scoff is perfectly animated, lip sync and all. This updated rig for Frisk is incredibly well done and probably what Seth should have used for Fly again. I love how she's treating Sans like a clingy ex-boyfriend. Dang it! I've been broken by the amazing lengths that Seth took to make the sets for the entire animation. 5 wins! The skin extrusions on Frisk and Sans. Way to show Sans has his hands in his pocket by bloating them a bit.
But consequences they increase, you will answer to me.
I absolutely love Frisk's nonchalance to this comment. These trees are amazingly well done. They still look Minecraft-esque, but have their own unique canvas to lie upon. The camera bumps to the beat. You know what, I'm just gonna add 10 wins for the amazing rigs in this video. I love this little Easter egg to the dimensional box.
Nothing safe from my eye.
Concerning he's stalking her, Sanders is right.
Can see your real face.
Again with the TV glitch effect showing that Kara has possessed Frisk.
So tell me,
This fearful facial expression.
is there love, is there love, is there love in your heart? Or kindness in your eyes?
This scene was perfectly edited and animated. I mean, look at this face, and the red hue. You Can't Hide has some competition with the editing effects. This whole scene is awesome. A Frisk killing innocent creatures montage is the fastest way to get the best transition in the video. This effect on Sans' eye is awesome.
Might be fun.
This facial expression change is probably the funniest moment in this video. This fire animation.
And you know you don't wanna get dunked on.
Wait, was that a reflection of light in Frisk's eyes? This eye roll was perfectly animated. There is no absolute way that I can't mention little minute details. How there's nobody in the restaurant, the forks and candles on the tables, the little vines and plants around the place, and this bulletin board. This depth of field.
Spare their lives. Consider twice before being unkind.
It's always amusing when there's the tempo change in the instrumental, but not the singing.
The joke will be on you. I exist outside it.
That was just flat out cool.
So tell me, is there love, is there love, is there love in your heart? Or kindness in your eyes? Execute, execute, execute if you would. Retribution for your crimes. Where you want us with yourself, 'cause I'll know when I take or let you die. Is there love, is there love, is there love in your heart? The judgment will be mine.
That fight scene was amazing. It gave a totally 100% accurate visualization of what the fight scenes in the game might be like in real life.
So I've got a question for you. Do you think even the worst person can change? That everyone can be a good person?
Frisk's pupils go to the corner of her eye, making it appear as if she's thinking about it. You can actually see Frisk reaching for her knife. You can see Frisk gain a facial expression of insanity and anger when she goes to kill Sans. is just sadness overload. The fact that it happened so suddenly, Frisk having no regret in her eyes, Sans just disintegrating, and I've never seen this much communication through facial expressions in a Minecraft animation. Sans' eyes looks like he's saying, "Why? I trusted you." It's kinda hard to see, so I'll draw it out. I love how she blocks her eyes from the light but still needs to look at his demise. Also, this disintegration effect can give Thanos a run for his money. That skin transition was incredibly subtle. So subtle I didn't even notice that it occurred until 5 seconds after it happened. I'm going to be honest here, this animation was not the easiest to win. Not because it was bad, far from it, but because it was more dependent on story than visuals, which I actually find refreshing. With stuff like Andy BTTF's Labyrinth, a good story is what we need in these kind of animations, and it adds some rewatch value to the video. What also makes an animation have some rewatch value is an enticing animation style, and Seth completely nails that, with little details such as limb syncing to even bigger motor movements like the walk cycles. Another thing is that this animation was filled with really tiny details that take more than 2 watches, more than 3 watches even, to truly catch on to. One of the other major things is the backgrounds and how they're chronologically placed. For example, scenes like this add a totally new meaning to the animation. Papyrus's head getting chopped off while it's pretty clearly being next to the water, and Dine's death occurs on the bridge area place, and Toriel's death being in the ruins, as well as Sans' being in the castle setting. There's also where Sans and Frisk first meet, where Lesser Dog and Frisk first encounter one another, and the place where Sans and Frisk meet for a meal. And finally, where Sans confronts Frisk and battles her. Yes, some of you guys might be a little upset that Seth made Frisk a female, but the truth is people have different ways of viewing things, and Seth did a pretty good job of bringing his vision of Frisk into the Minecraft world. Me personally, I view Frisk as non-binary. Nice middle grounds. And can we just talk about the song real quick? Judgement is probably the best telling of the Genocide Root story, putting major events in the foreground of the lyrics, really making the listener visualize what's happening, and I find that really pleasing. If you're wondering why I was so absent-minded about the lighting in this video, it's because I saved it for this moment. Honestly, all of the lighting in this animation was just incredible, from the opening credits all the way to Frisk's walking/transition into Kara. I'd be talking all day if I were to talk about it, so I'm just gonna spawn in a bonus round. Same rules apply from when I did this in Fly Again. And now that I've started to do conclusions, I should probably stop making teaser frames Discord exclusive.
I'm not your mother.
The consequences they increase. You will answer to me.
What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
Every night, always, it never changes. Say my name. Heisenberg.